Thank you for staying with us. Now, we found this story online about a woman business coach who clearly stated that buying assets without the consent of your spouse is tantamount to initiating divorce. According to her, if you call yourself partners, then none of them have any justification to do that to each other. What are your thoughts? Ladies, what are your thoughts on this? Because it's quite interesting. Do you necessarily have to have your separate assets? And if you do, does it have to lead to divorce? I mean, is it that of a matter that you feel that it should end in divorce because you have your asset and I have mine, and then it is ensuring that, okay, this means that we are going to divorce. So why must you have
secrecy? Yeah, it's a secrecy. Yeah, if you do not declare your assets to
asset
your spouse.
declaration.
Yes, sir. Yes, so exactly, because you can acquire a property. You can acquire a property and not tell your husband about it, or the husband acquires a property.
Okay, maybe you want to surprise him, Abi.
Not surprised. There's some women who, or there's some people who just feel the need to hide some of their assets.
Why?
For whatever reasons. Could be as a result of maybe mistrusts. It could be that the woman is the breadwinner.
Okay, so you did not know the man is not someone you can trust before you got married.
Things happen in marriages, though.
I know.
Things happen.
I'm just asking.
At the beginning,
very
it
simple
looks all
question.
rosy and all, and then the woman probably starts making more money than the man, and then she suddenly realizes that this is the weapon fashioned against me.
Hey.
You know, and he just wants to collect everything. Like, madam, how much did you bring today? Or he starts, being reckless with the woman's money. Any woman in such a situation would feel the need to hide whatever she acquires afterwards because she's working hard for it. And she does not want another person's son to squander it for her. So, yeah, I understand that the whole idea of hiding your assets from your spouse is a bad idea because it leads to betrayal. You call me your partner and you cannot tell me that you acquire.
Does it necessarily mean you're betraying the person?
Is it that I will not allow you to grow? So why didn't you tell me? But then there are extreme cases that make people
where you may need to protect yourself. Yeah. So I like how you started this conversation. I like, the ideal. There's an ideal situation of marriage, how it's supposed to be, how it should be. Most times it's different from how it really is. And we must, all these blanket statements, we must, when we are making them, be sure that we are covering all the angles. So if you're in this ideal situation, this flies for you. Secrecy is wrong. You shouldn't have this. Your property is different from your partner. You shouldn't, ideal. But if you're not in an ideal situation, how do you advise women in that position to act? Over centuries, men have always not disclosed everything they had to their wives. And it was normal. The society accepted it. A man should not tell you everything he's doing. And we don't kill them. We don't harass them. Now, over the centuries as well, women have been disadvantaged. So let's look at the root cause, how this started. Disadvantaged in such a way that the relationship could collapse. The man could die.
Anything could have happened.
Yes, the man could die.
And the families...
Thank you. The family members...
Come and cut away what both of you worked
Not
for.
only if they cut away and leave you in the house is different. They can chase you sometimes naked. I've seen stories of women who left with just what they had on. They couldn't even pick any of their jewelry out of the house because something happened and then the marriage is no more. And so women started saying, how do I protect myself? How do I, because I don't know tomorrow, how do I ensure that if anything happens today, I can find my own 2 feet and I'm not going to be begging and borrowing to survive or help my children. That is where it came from. So a woman who has seen that happen to maybe the grandmother or the mother, and you're telling her it's a sin to disclose, she'll be looking at you like, you don't know my situation.
You don't know my story.
You don't know my story. This is not going to work for me. So the idea is whatever works for you. So I have like an ideal situation by the grace of God where from the beginning, we know everything that comes in. Until date, it has worked for me perfectly. And I also want to believe it works for him because I still by faith. I still, even though I know everything.
Confession.
Yes, I confess every day on this table. I still hide money small. I'm just used to keeping money aside for, different little things, But it's an ideal situation where we're not hiding anything. Now, some men who are gentlemen realized, because of what probably their mother had gone through, the experiences they've seen around them, they now say, okay, I will better protect my wife. Meaning that for the properties that we're going to be buying going forward, it's going to be both our names. Not Mr. and Mrs. So, because if it's Mr. and Mrs. Okonkwo, anybody can be Mrs. Okonkwo tomorrow.
Yes.
So Mr.
full name.
Juliet, Mr. James, and Mrs. Juliet Okonkwo. So that if Suzanne comes, Suzanne cannot lay claim of that property tomorrow.
Very important.
So those are men who are sensible. Some men till today, their wives don't know anything about their property. And now you're advising the wife to make your own plain. Let us be telling ourselves.
Now, I'm still staying with you because you mentioned that you have an ideal situation and that you guys, from the beginning, know what comes in. How did you get to that point? Let people know. How did you guys come to that point of saying, we must ensure that we both know what is coming in?
Okay, so one of the first conversations we had in...
Conversation.
Yes.
Very important.
Yes, we had
communication.
talking.
Miscommunication.
Yes, I am. You can't get anywhere without communicating. So that you
Clearly.
At what point two of you are no longer aligning.
And you can Thank you. At least somebody is on my side today.
You've always been on your side, Veronica.
So we had a conversation that we will... So we started really early, and we started as friends. So some things were easy to just talk about. My first job, he knew my pay. His first job, I knew his pay. We were growing like that. And we said to ourselves that we are working together as a team. That means two of us would fight whatever the world throws at us. We're not going to be working against each other. Whatever you have, whatever I have, we had to pull together because we started together. That's one. I did not meet him as a blown boy. I met him when I was there, present when he bought his first car, when we built our first house, we were together. And at some point I had to say, we had to divide the money in a way that, okay, your own bill is going, your own income is going to building the house, buying the blocks, the cement, paying the workers and all of that. My own is going on the school fees. Feeding and school fees. We had to. And it's been working. I know everything he owns. I know everything he has because he has seen that this is how I want to run this. The small money I hide is from the allowances that I get that I hide from. Do you understand? Yeah, no, that must have small money.
I want to hop on something.
Thank you, my sister.
I didn't get that part.
To go shopping on the side.
Right. We do that. I just want to hop on some things. You talked about friendship and you talked about teamwork. Most people do not have that in their relationship. And so the question is, why did you get married?
That's a deep question.
Why did you get married? Why did you decide to come together? Some persons just want to have someone in the house, having my babies, taking care of anything. Whatever I am doing is none of your business. So just come and fulfill whatever it is I brought you in for. Do you see that person as your teammate? Are you seeing the person as someone you can work with? Do you see that you can trust the person? That you can ensure that whatever it is us against the world, not me against you. Most persons in marriage do not have such conversations. And the basis of that is friendship. Yes, some persons may not be friends before they got married. But over time, But over time, you can build friendship.
It is important.
You can build friendship because you are together with this person and you already have at the back of your mind what you want to get out of this marriage. You might have had difficult experiences saying, okay, I saw how my father dealt with my mom, but that you mustn't continue in that line. You saw that your mom perhaps wasn't happy at the end of the day. She struggled. And you want something different. Are you willing to have such conversations to unburden yourself to say, guy, see, I went through this, so I don't want that to repeat.
This is so...
Because of our children. I don't want that for us. I want us to begin on a clean slate. How many people are ready to do that? Yes, you want to say something?
Yes. From your conversation, I think that it is very important to know your spouse, right? So in the case in point now, some spouse may be the spender, another person may be the saver. So if you're relying on a spouse that is the spender for, God knows, 40 years, you'll find out that you don't have any assets.
True.
Right? So it is very important to put that in perspective too, your spouse.